Page 32, Camptown Races Duet. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to the 1 and the 5/7 chords for the key of G major. We already had them in C major, and it works the same way, so if you understand how the chords work, you can figure them out. In C major, remember, in every key, each note is numbered, it's a step. Well, if a chord starts, the bottom note is on that step, that's the number of the chord. So in C major, we have a 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're numbered. So a 1 chord was there, and a 5 chord started on the 5th step. And the 7th, if you remember, just added another note. You have to stay within the key signature. And in C major, they're all white keys, so we do that. Well, in G major, it's the same thing. We're in G, here, remember the F sharp. And each note is numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So any chord that starts with that note is that number chord. 1, 2, 3, remember the F sharp. You have to stay within the key signature. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 1 chord is the G chord, is here. And the 5/7 chord, well, it's the 5th chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And add a 7th, just add another note, but stay in the key signature. So that would be this note. That's the 5/7, or the dominant 7th. Remember the tonic, dominant 7th. It works exactly the same way in every key. You can figure them out. But we don't want to have to move our hands around a lot, so we don't go with from this G to this dominant 7th, because I'm moving the hand around a bit. So we rearrange it. We turn it over, whatever. I can take this G chord and I can turn it over to here, and it's just still a G chord. I could turn it over. As long as I'm using a G, a B, and a D, it's a G chord. It doesn't matter. I could have a G down here, and a B here, and a D here. It's still a G chord. I just have to use those notes. Well, in the dominant chord we have here, we don't have to use all 4 notes. Again, we usually use the top and bottom, and then one of the 2 inner notes. Or both, could be both. But I could take this and put it on top, and I have this. And then if I just leave that note out, I have what they're showing here. And that's easier, because then I can go G to the D7. I call them by the note name. This is a G chord, and this is a D chord, and that's a D7 chord. It's a D7. It's a 5/7 in the key of G, but it's a D7 chord all the time. So it's a dominant 7th. 1 chord, 5/7 chord. You'll see the pattern. Like in C major, if I'm here, well, if I want to go to the dominant 7th chord, I'm going to, little finger's going to go down 1, and I'm going to use 2nd finger. That's the difference. Okay, same difference here. Little finger's going to go down 1. Remember, you got to stay in the key signature. And I'm going to use the 2nd finger. It's the same pattern. And those are the chords. Every key's got its chords, and you really need to know these. They really come in handy if you can get them, especially if you're going to improvise or compose or something like that. In Camptown Races Duet, well, we've been doing duets. A duet is when you have 2 people each doing their own thing together. It could be 2 people singing, 2 people playing instruments, 2 people, whatever, it doesn't matter. And a duet, they've switched it around where now the teacher, the duet part, gets the melody, and you get the accompaniment, the chords. So let's go through the student part. I'm going to take both hands together here because we're just talking chords. G chords for the first 2 measures, and then you go to the 5/7 chord or the D7 chord, and those are the chords you're using. And you got quarter notes and half notes. Hopefully there's nothing part about it, add the articulation. The staccatos, wrist staccato here. That's not staccato. The half notes, all you're doing is that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't this fun? You're accompanying. You're just background with the melodies on top. And that's really what this is. Let's go through this, your part, the student part, slowly to double check, make sure that we got the right rhythms. So I'll give us 4 counts. I don't have a lot to say on it because it's pretty straightforward. So let's try it out slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 4. Off. I'd like to do it as a duet with you. So you play the up bottom part, the accompanying part, right where it's written, don't have to change anything. We're going to go a little faster. Now I'm going to play the melody, but I'm going to play it an octave higher. So I'll give us 4 counts, so let's play it together slowly. Well, not slowly, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, off.